Like piss core.
Go live.
Neat. Do 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 do.
There we go.
There she blows. A live chat so I can see all the swear words.
Yeah.
Gotta remember I'm using a Mac. Now.
Yeah, that's something that. Luckily, I don't have that problem.
Yeah. And you're not gonna have that problem until next year.
Yep.
What a world you live in.
Game in Astartes. Hi. Lucky Bet. Ooh. Christopher Garcia. Hola.
Boop.
Sphere. Hello. Harry McGill. Howdy doodly neighborinos. Take the Hun. Hello.
There we go.
Getting real
All
close
right.
to being able to prime these guys. A lot of, ooh, did I just break this guy's head? I did. Okay. Well, one more step away.
A couple more steps.
These are really big models with a lot of parts. And I'm actually going to do sub-assemblies, which I never do, but on these guys, I feel like I need to a little.
Yeah. The photo that you took of him makes it look giant.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, 5 times bigger than they actually are.
Yeah, they're not the biggest things ever, especially now that we have Primaris stuff.
Yeah.
But
The
compared
girth.
compared to a normal space, like a regular tactical marine, they're huge.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Yeesh. Ooh-wee.
Oliver Moore, what's up from Australia? Bluetooth 65. I can't believe he's actually painting them. A late Christmas miracle.
Yep, the Patreon shows it.
Mm-hmm. Dancing at Doom. Hello, Jay and Nick. How's your harness night? Finished my first set of Custodes tonight and have plans for a proper base when I get home. Ah, cool. Brand from Goobertown Hobbies. I hit the like button because I like you guys. Well, I guess that's the only option anymore because they took away our precious dislike button. So,
Do you think we're gonna switch to likes in the new year?
I guess. No one likes leaving a like. That's no fun. Like, 0.1% of YouTube people leave likes.
Right, yeah. Exactly. Very true.
Bren, I watched. We watched your video on the character maker, Hero Forge. I feel like you totally undersold Hero Forge. I played around with it last night. It is so much fun. You can change anything. I don't know if I think I used it like when it was new and there was hardly any options. You can change anything you want now.
Yeah.
It's super, super cool.
Yeah. Well, I didn't remember the being able to bend the arms and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's newish.
Like there's like clavicle pivot, like anything you can think of with the arms you can do. The legs, there's like 20 preset leg poses, which I suppose is probably for printing purposes.
Yeah.
Because something has to be standard.
Yeah.
If it's gonna stand on a base and print and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's really cool.
You painted a Hero Forge model back in 2017?
Yeah.
Like a long time ago.
Brent, oh yeah, the actual character creator is great. Yeah, and it's like a super powerful 3D in-browser engine. Like it's pretty good. I mean, I think it like blows like Tinkercad out of the water. I mean, I guess you can do more with Tinkercad. I've only done little nothing projects on Tinkercad. Harry McGill, a goober, has entered the chat. M3 Sis, Infinity Player here, building my first Warhammer army. Daughters of Cain, plastic is so different. Neat. M3 Sis, what does it take to make a Infinity army? Like, are there starter boxes? Do you have to buy a couple of kits? How many factions are there? Like I want to know more about Infinity.
And what are these prices looking at?
Yeah.
How much cheaper is it actually? EG95, I have almost 200 models in my pile of shame.
Yeah, I'm probably about right there. That was 200, but it's a lot.
Yep.
Really, a lot of it's junk that I just need to get rid of.
Yeah. Yeah, I have stuff that can go.
I have a lot of things.
The new year is going to be light.
Mm-hmm.
My whole life is going to be a little lighter in the new year.
Oh, yeah. I have a whole bunch of stuff that's like, I have 4.5 tactical marines.
Yeah.
I have 1 bike. I have a lot of just leftover stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've completed enough to revisit my pile of shame video. Like, I made some dents, and I've sold some models, but it would be mostly, yeah, it's about the same, but I got, I finished like 60 models out of the 700 or whatever it was.
I mean, not to be, an annoying Nick, but you bought a bunch more too.
So much more.
But you finished a lot of it, like the Legion stuff.
Yeah, almost everything I bought, I finished.
Right. I don't think, because did you have any of the Malifaux or Legion stuff when we made that video?
I had, I don't think so. I don't think I had any.
Yeah.
I don't think I had any Malifaux either. Or no, I think I had a couple. Maybe I had the gals, my showgirls, my Malifaux Arcanist performers.
Nice, easy name to remember.
The Last Stress Trader. Have you seen what the 40k Centurion conversion tutorial? They got the idea from someone on Reddit and they made him amazing. I think mine are amazing. What did they do that was different than what I did?
Yours sucks.
They do, yeah.
I don't know if you know this.
One of the big things I also did that I forgot to mention is I got rid of almost all of the decorations. These guys were pretty covered in decorations. They had decorations on their chests, on their arms, and on their legs, and I cut all of that off. Because I like to think that these are kind of like, they're essentially just big gun suits. And so I don't think that they would really decorate them to the nines, because these things are just meant to just get shot to bits. So I took off almost all the heraldry.
George Gajardo, you guys get anything cool for Christmas? Any new kits?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yep. I was going to. So on Sunday, a friend of mine and I were hanging out, and we were looking at some D&D figures, and then we were going to head over to a local games workshop. And my plan was I was actually going to buy the Marsh Crawler Slogoth. I've always wanted that model. I was like, you know what? I'll buy it. If it's there and I'm there, I'll buy it. But the games workshop was closed. So I didn't buy anything.
Your wallet has been saved for now.
Because I don't feel bad about buying anything for the Cruel Boys because I finished them all.
Yeah.
So I can add another thing, and I love that model.
Yeah. That's where things are fun. Like for Legion, I got all caught up, and I was so happy. Now I have a little bit of a Legion pile of shame building up. But when it was all done, it was like, ooh, what should I get myself? It's all done. The pile of opportunity should be at the store. I feel like it's a little bit of a pile of shame when it's in your closet.
Yeah. But that damn Games Workshop ruining my plans.
Yeah, it's weird that they have your credit card information, so they just buy stuff for you.
Yeah. Exactly. Something that dude had 88. How's that awesome computer Nick got for Jay?
Well, technically, the company bought it for Jay, and then the company returned it for Jay.
Yep. We're looking at a return date of the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess they check it, and then we'll see if
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what we're gonna do next.
Mm-hmm.
We just want it to be replaced. I mean, it it didn't work. But my computer's great. I love to use it all day today. A lot of awesome stuff. You're doing a lot of blendering. Damn, it's great. Absolutely fantastic. Not to brag or anything.
M3 Sys, I'm still waiting on the information for Infinity. Doomslayer. Games Workshop calls you on the phone and to thank you for all your shilling in 2021. They let you pick the design for the next Necron sculpt, what's it look like, and what battlefield role. Oh god, I think the Necrons have enough stuff. Honestly, they have more than they need in some areas. They have enough, like, fast attack, close combat units. I mean, they have the Ophidian destroyers, the Scorpback destroyers, and the Wraiths that all kind of do the same thing. So I think the Necrons are fine. I'd like to see some of the mid-2000s characters who were made in Finecast get redone in plastics. I mean, you need Oricon the Diviner and Trazine the Infinite. I mean, Infinite and the Divine is like the most popular Black Library book. So you should at least do those guys. And of course, my favorite, the best love story ever told, Nemesis Zandrek and Vargard Oberon of the Necrons. They need to be redone in plastics.
How much do you think the Hobgrots cost all by themselves? Just the Hobgrots.
I'd guess that they're probably going to be sold. It's either going to be 10 or 20. It's hard to say because like Grots are sold in 20s, but I feel like they might be done with that.
They this kit exists.
Mm-hmm.
It's 20 of them. How much do you think it costs?
55 bones.
Dang, you're so close. 50.
There you go.
I feel like that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean it's better than average for Games Workshop model to price ratio. Like usually $5 per model is like good. Often it's more than that for some things.
How much do you think 3 man-skewer bolt boys are?
I bet they're also 50.
They're 45 bucks.
45? Okay. Oh, then they're cheap.
I haven't looked at any of these since they came out separately.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even remember they came out separately.
Yeah, I didn't either. These are expensive.
Mm-hmm. ZNewBQ, how we doing?
Woo!
Champ Styles, how do you feel about buying huge lots on eBay, offer up and discover said lot that has a lot of love put into it, only to be stripped, disassembled, and repainted by you? Evil or meh? Nah, do whatever you want. If you buy someone's Golden Demon Slayer Sword winning model, I still don't think there's anything wrong with stripping it and repainting it. It's yours now.
Agreed.
Who cares?
Agreed. Yep. You strip. See, this is my plan. You strip it and then you give it to like a kid or something. And you have
Yeah.
Perfect.
Professor Cabbage, can Centurions be used in Kill Team? Nope. Kill Team is mostly all about troops fighting troops. M3 Sys, Infinity has various size starter packs and collecting sets. I would start with the Code 1 set. Code 1 is the starter-friendly formats.
Interesting.
Neat.
Let's look at this. Let's see what this is. Infinity Code 1.
Shane Sopquack. Necrons need better tank-like vehicles. The Doomsday Arc and Doomstalkers are way too random. Yeah, they probably are too random gameplay-wise, but I don't think the solution is adding more vehicles. I think it's just probably given their rule set a little tune-up.
Ooh, is there templates in this game? looks like there are. There's a looks like a flamer template, maybe some blast templates. I'd have to look more into this. Let's see. Oh, I guess they have like you can buy different collection packs of like all of the models that you need, or then you can get. It looks like the starter set is $115. How do I do this? 14 miniatures, and comes with some terrain. Like I think it's just cardboard. I don't know. I can't tell. George Gajardo, scattered dice for the win.
Yeah. I mean, I think scatter would be fine as long as you don't have to roll it that much. Like that was the real problem with 40K. It's like Imperial Guard players had to roll it 10 times a turn.
Yeah.
You know, it's a fun, maybe once a turn mechanic. And that's how it started life in 40K. But then eventually tons and tons of new kits and new weapons and things came out.
Sean, buy Golden Demon Winner, strip it, then ask the artist if they will repaint it for you.
Exactly. Take 2.
It's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Peter McMurray, oh man, people used to hate my Imperial Guard template army. I wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Sean's army?
Oh God. Yeah, and then it always leads to your opponent looks under the template. I see it hit 7 guys, and then you look at it and you're like, I think it hit 5 guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, stuff like that is little much.
Gazzy D, what do you think of the Primaris Marine models? I like the Primaris Marines. I like them a lot. I'm not a huge fan of the new Storm Speeder. I didn't love the old Storm Speeder either, but yeah, big fan of the new Primaris. I think they look way better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Ooh. Exciting. Yeah, for Christmas you should get a new air compressor.
Yeah, I'll put that on the list for next year.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Santa will bring it.
Mm-hmm. M3 says, template rules in Infinity are very clear. I've never had an issue. Yeah, I definitely think it would be really clear if there was only a couple models. Like you're hit or you're not. If you hold that template above 25 orcs, all of a sudden it's like is this guy's head is not under the template, but his big shooter is, which is arguably the larger part of the model, and also I don't want it to get hit.
Mm-hmm. Ominous Mecha. I might have to commission Jay to paint one of the Finecast Tau Ministo. See if skill matters at all in making Finecast look not shit.
What is a Ministo?
Ministo.
I've never... I know most every 40k model. I don't know if I recognize that. But,
How often do you the Tau?
There's I think I know my Tau.
Oh, damn. I know you do flashcards before bed.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense.
Sean Sopkowiak. Did you see the new Primaris Ancient? I did. It looks dope. You know, I think that would make a great a Tau would make a great first commission piece.
Yeah.
It'd be like, this is not something I would paint.
I'm gonna smoke a Tau minis too. What? Mr. Space. Okay. There it is. Tau minis.
Ah.
Which Tau minis?
There's some good. I don't think the Tau don't really have any stinkers. Maybe the guy who sits in like the hover round scooter
Yeah, that's not good.
with his buff buddies.
Yeah, buff buddies. Because look, the crew talks look amazing.
Yeah. The old Shadow Sun looked pretty good. Or no, not Shadow Sun. Dark Strider. Although Shadow Sun, I didn't realize that was a Finecast kit because it's a battle suit. I thought all the battle suits were based off the plastic kit, but not that one. Gary White, Centurion models are so bad compared to their artwork. You take that back. Look at this model and tell me that that's not epic.
What do you think of the Vespid Stingwings?
They are fine. I think they could definitely use an update. You know what model I thought looked really, really lame? The brand new Eldar HQ that they just showed off on Warhammer Community.
I
feel like
good enough.
Yeah, I feel like the pose is just so bland. Just standing.
Where the hell's everything? They put a lot of stuff out.
They do.
Yeah.
And like, there's a great piece of artwork that shows her like crouching, swinging her pole up,
I mean,
but then
it's on the
model.
box.
Yeah, it's on the box, but then the model's just standing. ZNubiQ tips! I want to improve my previous joke. Just drop the templates on the blob. If it wiggle woggles, it gets hit. Also, dentists are real.
Yeah. And it is, and it's also, it's really, really standing on a slab.
Yeah. What's weird though,
silly.
she's standing on a slab, but it's not like her whatever like the leg that's should be taking all the weight is. It doesn't look like it's taking all the weight. Like,
oh, you're right. It looks it literally looks like that slab should be just up and down.
yeah.
Not on an angle.
I almost want to buy that model and then convert it to be in a cool pose.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot of work, but I think it'd be possible, except for I'd have to resculpt the cape. But
Yeah,
I think I could probably do a cape.
Yeah. I mean, you did a banner.
Yeah.
The banner looks really good. These what do you think about the Rangers?
Rangers look great. They look sick.
Yeah. I think it might just be the lady.
Yeah. Just kind of lame.
Yeah.
I think like they come out with so many HQs. I feel like they could reach into their folder of poses a little deeper. Like I think because I think like the worry is if it's not a generically heroic pose, it won't feel like a leader. But I think you can have leaders doing weird Superman landing or just weird poses.
Right. Well, it's also weird when they choose to go all out or not.
Yeah.
Because like Lord Croak is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like that whole thing is so cool, but then smaller HQs, they just kind of like, she's standing.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's there, up on a rock, of course.
Mytho Paints, where do you get the amazing bark for your bases? I can't find it in any stores I've been to. It is pine bark nuggets. You can often get them at like plant nurseries because they're for potting plants, like indoor plants. Pine bark nuggets.
That type used to be sold at Ace or Menards or somewhere.
I've seen the brand at Ace. I've never seen that product at Ace.
And I remember we had we had they used to have it on Amazon, but I think they were in the videos. We linked it in the videos, and everyone bought it all, and they never restocked.
Yeah, I like to think that we single-handedly destroyed the pine bark nugget supply.
I'm gonna say yes. Goobertown Hobbies, #nuggets.
#nuggets!
Yeah. Because I'm looking at Home Depot, and they have nuggets, but they're small.
Mm-hmm.
They're like cut up nuggets. You need them a little big, a little thick, if you will. Jam Styles, when you say weird poses, I just picture jazz hands or arms crossed in cheesy 80s hip-hop fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I feel like that'd be better than just standing. But what's great, I guess, about a neutral pose is I think that I can probably convert it into whatever I want. Right. And it'll only take a lot of work.
Yeah. Tons of time. Easy.
Why is this paint so watery? It's primer. It's just straight out of the bottle primer.
Ah. Is it Stynylrez?
Yeah, good old, it's a brand new bottle of Stynylrez.
Ooh.
Maybe I didn't shake it enough. Ooh, Brent, if you're still around, you painted up all of those models at different sizes and different scales and poses and stuff. Is there any future plans for those figures? I mean, besides you and your friends playing D&D, like, is it gonna be like a video series or like cool pictures on Instagram to go along with the episodes? Oh, it's Mecca. I love how he's one of the three most important characters in Tau lore, and he's just sitting there talking. I like the Darkstrider model. It's pretty good. I mean, Tau are just kind of little fellas. Goobertown Hobbies. I was planning to use them in videos for our D&D game, but now I'm hearing that Hero Forge is a bunch of garbage meant about intellectual property. Apparently my characters are now copyrighted to Hero Forge. Yes, that is true, actually. There's a great video by Leonard French. I honestly, though, I would almost guarantee you'd be fine with using the Hero Forge models in a video. But they do own it because you can't, like, create a character on Hero Forge and then have that be the character in your TV show. Because It's 3D models are very weird. I don't think you're actually creating anything on Hero Forge. I think you're really just assembling things. Because the meshes all have to work, so presumably every possible combination already exists. Otherwise, I mean, somebody would have to sit there and kit bash everyone's model every time they made something.
Right, and it's not like Photoshop where it's a blank slate where anyone can make anything and Adobe doesn't own what you make.
Yeah.
They have, yeah, they're kind of using all their stuff. and you can only use their stuff.
But I think you go for it, and if for some reason they do come after you and say, hey, you can't use our models in your video, I mean, then just the whole community will come down on Hero Forge so hard.
That is true.
So you win either way.
I would say if you wanted to do like animations with them or something, you probably can't do that. Or if you had like art made up with them,
Yeah, like
probably can't do
t-shirts.
that. Yeah, but I bet you'd be fine with some videos.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm a little taken by this Hero Forge. We might do a little something. Oh, and I hope that they sue us.
That'd be fun. We just yeah. We like send the video to them every day until something happens.
But yeah, it was kind of an interesting little saga, like 8 months ago when people were like, wait, somebody really combed through the terms of service, and like Hero Forge owns what you design. And Leonard French, who's a lawyer, he's a copyright attorney actually, and he goes through the entire document line by line, and it's pretty boring, but it's the real deal. Like, he knows.
Mm-hmm. Catalyst Creations, a lot of D&D channels get Hero Forge sponsorships.
Ooh, cool.
Wow, that's interesting. That's an interesting development.
Mm-hmm. Gooberton Highways found the vid. Heh. Free reliable guy. Jay, what is your opinion on the new Primaris Ancient and the Castellan? I think they look sweet. Yeah, they absolutely look sweet. Games Workshop hasn't made a stinker Space Marine in a long time. Even the models that I'm not like a huge fan of, like the Storm Speeder and the Hammerfall Bunker, I've seen people do really cool stuff with them. I'd be interested to see what people do with the new Eldar HQ, because boy, does it just look like a blank slate. Just not a lot going on.
Bolo Navarro. So I came across a video of you talking about your side project making the flame guitar from Fury Road. You're looking for a euphonium. eBay has one for $60 right now.
Is it? But it's a very specific euphonium. It's a 4-trigger vertical button euphonium, which is a fairly rare. But I haven't looked in a long time.
Fairly rare for a good price.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, it's a very expensive euphonium. So getting a deal on it would be, I don't know how that's going to happen. Because really, what probably happened in the creation of the prop was the props company just probably buys pallets and pallets of junked instruments. Right. And then comb through it and grab what they want, and they just happen to grab a piece that came off of an originally very expensive instrument.
Right.
George Gajardo. Jay, your air compressor is dueling with my unnecessarily loud fridge. Hajoose. Jay, have you had any problems with the primer that turns out to be way too glossy? Do you think the paint will stick to the model just fine? If it's primer, the paint should stick fine. It won't be that much fun to work with a model that's really tacky, but it should still work fine as primer. I've definitely had that happen with Krylon primers being a little bit glossy, and that being pretty annoying. But it should definitely get the job done.
Pretty reliable guy. I need to get some Centurions for my Sharks and Templars, but $80? Damn!
Oh yeah, they are pricey. That's why I magnetized everything, because I'm getting my money's worth out of this kit.
Cake the Bandit. I can tell you, Hero Forge meshes do not actually mesh well with each other. I've printed a lot of them on commission. Most of them have meshes that trap uncured resin that will eventually split models.
I can definitely see that as a problem. Like if like for the clothing
the
sometimes.
Yeah. Right. Like I could imagine if you get the arm in a weird spot.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, do you think if you just left it in the sun, or because what happens if a little bit of uncured resin is trapped somewhere in your model?
I think that's where the splitting can happen.
Splitting can happen?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've had any models either with that problem or long enough for that problem to happen.
That would be almost an interesting. Maybe we need to get Hero Forge involved in this and do a little testing. Like really make some obnoxious models that just are not going to work out, and then see what happens when we try to print them. Sean Gillum, Jay, what kind of shampoo do you use for your glorious mane? I use the cheapest shampoo and conditioner I can buy. I forget what makes it. I usually get it from
Walmart.
I mean, yeah. It's nothing. It's nothing special. And I just part it in the middle because I'm super lazy.
It's called Walmart Special.
Yeah.
Goober Down Hobbies. I've definitely had liquid resin ooze out of models. It sucks.
Interesting. ZNubiQ, I just looked at the new Eldar, and they're wearing leather outside of their armor. Like, is their armor chafing against the bikes? I think it's a little bit more. I think it's like, it's camouflaging their armor. Like, they're wearing red armor, and so they're wearing these weird, like, spat-like things to try to cover up more of their armor, or to break up the silhouette of their armor. I mean, almost everything in 40K is just for style points. Almost nothing is truly combat effective or even reasonable. But I really like the new Eldar. They're super cool. The only thing I wish is the Ranger jet bike mashups. That I really like them, but I almost wish that like the Rangers were standing on the back of the bikes, like kind of like the people who are crazy good at like the bull riding machines. They can stand on them and like dance. And I just thought it would be cool if they were like standing on there using their sniper rifle as opposed to just sitting and using their sniper rifle. Jefferson J. Thacker, the resin eventually eats through the model and splits it open. I wonder, is there anything, and this is, I just don't know, if you printed with clear resin, could you guarantee it all curing, even if there was some goo stuck in a void?
You know, that's a good question. I don't know. Free reliable guy. I don't know. The tactical rock seems very useful and necessary for war.
Yeah, I love a good tactical rock.
I mean, I liked your idea, and because I never thought about it this way. You can just cut off the rock and put anything else. If you want, you can do anything.
Some cork, a dead orc, a dead Tau, a smaller rock, a larger rock.
It could be going up a hill.
Yeah. Could be going down a hill.
Yeah. Perfect.
Kingdom Casts. What glue or cement do you use for your minis? For plastic glue, I like Tamiya extra thin cement. And then for super glue, I just like anything. It's all the same. Pretty reliable guy. Nick and Jay, if you had to start a Chaos Army, what would you choose? I'd probably do Night Lords, because I've read the Night Lord book, or the first Night Lord book, and I really enjoyed it. And I think they're cool.
I like Thousand Suns. That's what I would do. But I would never buy them. That'd be silly and wasteful. That's funny because I have some. Jefferson J. Thacker. No, the clear resin acts as a UV filter. Goobertown hobbies. You're supposed to build drain holes into hollow minis so you can wash out the remaining liquid resin before you paint it.
I could definitely though see it being a problem with Hero Forge models because if somebody has like a pose throwing a javelin and then they put on the like the fur coat, I could totally see it creating potential voids.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know how it works. It'd be I guess it's supposed it just needs testing to see like if there is a little pocket of resin. Are you doomed to failure? Is it just a weird, like if you drop the model and it breaks, you're in for a nasty little surprise? Are you probably gonna be fine? Or is it gonna melt through your model and then melt through your floor?
That one for sure. Well, melt right through the floor.
Because I think usually the thing you run into with modularity is it usually makes everything just a giant pain in the butt and barely works.
Yes. Yepperinos. Yeah, you can't have it be too modular.
But that's like the whole thing of Hero Forge, is it's impossibly modular. Tristan Lee, having them stand on the back of bikes feels more Harlequin-esque, like the Skyweaver literally has a guy on the back standing. That's true, although the Harlequins are Eldar, so it's kind of in the same ballpark. Doomslayer, wow, was starting to consider resin printing, not anymore. Fun fact, everybody who has ever 3D printed will die.
Yep, that is true. Oh yeah. I mean, 3D printing is awesome when it works, and it sucks so hard when it doesn't work. It's like the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I hate it. Because you think you do everything right, and then it doesn't, and then it feels like it's your fault. Then you go cry, and then you go back and you try to do it again, and then it works, and you don't know why. You didn't change anything. Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Storm Dragon, you should look at the model in your slicer. You can open it in some programs and choose to fill the model in. Otherwise, putting drain holes in it is important. Oh, you could just fix it up before you print.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess you could do that. There's something to that.
I bet you can kind of look at it and tell, if it's just a normal human with a sword, there's probably no weird hiddenness. But if you pick the 6-armed snake lady, that one might be worth checking.
Yeah. I know. I had a weird. I had a weird model. I found it on Thingiverse or something. It was a buff orc. And because I was going to use it as a test print for a new printer that we got, and it had a hole in it, and then I gave that model to TK3D Print, and then he put it into a program to fix the mesh for me. Because I didn't, because the program that he likes using, it was a PC only, and I didn't have a PC at the time. But you know what I have now? Yep. You know what I have, but Jay doesn't have?
Yeah.
This is gonna be the running joke until we get a replacement. So I'll have to try that out.
From that dude at 88. Everyone who has drank water has died. Just saying.
Very true.
Dream shards. You know it's a good stream when the first words you hear are "someone will die."
Brent Terry, Nick, why do we never see your shining face? I am horribly disfigured now. That is why.
Yeah, it was a waffle iron accident.
Yep. Not good.
ZWQ tips. April Fool's Day crossover video between Goobertown and EOB 360-degree hair competition. Nick should win, though, for the lulz. That would be a really fun crossover angle. Because it's all about the hair.
Maybe the video is also on painting hair.
It could be. Hair is not easy to paint. Ryan Fitt has died. I'm still alive, so that's a dumb theory. Well, you know what? We'll keep tabs, and if Ryan Fitt never dies, then 3D printing is safe.
There you go. And also drinking water.
And drinking water. Goobertown hobbies. I want my 250.
No.
Cake the Bandit. Yes, you can fill figures and make them solid. Most 25mm scale figures will be made solid by your slicer. I just noticed it because a lot of people want 75mm models that month. I feel like I'd always want the small size of Hero Forge models just to hide any crimes. ZNBQ tips for goobs. Care for EOB.
There you go. Well, Brent, if you're going to be at Adepticon,
Yeah.
we have $2.50 for you.
Yep. In pennies.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Goobertown hobbies. I'm getting into my car now to collect. Catalyst Creations with a K. I don't live anywhere near a friendly local game store. Are they generally more expensive or similar in price to Amazon? It's kind of a toss-up. Amazon is usually pretty random. I mean, I've seen stuff for full retail on Amazon. I've seen like really good deals on random stuff on Amazon, and most of the time it's like the normal 15% off. But friendly local game stores set their own prices. Some of them offer the full 15% off. Some of them do 10% off. Some of them do no percentage off. Some of them charge a little bit more. Because retail is a tough, cutthroat business.
Yeah.
They gotta do what they gotta do.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to make money. I mean, yeah, especially what we've heard about with the Games Workshop stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, it's hard.
I mean, with anything, really. I mean, you gotta... If you want to sell the game Nemesis, you gotta buy 5 copies so that one person can buy one.
Right. Right. But, yeah, it's not good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems rough. You know, you gotta buy, you know, thousands of dollars of Games Workshop stuff in the hopes that somebody's gonna walk in and impulse buy a Sentinel. And then 2 other people walk in and also impulse buy Sentinels. Like, it's hard. It's real hard. Because most businesses kind of work out where the inventory is always changing to be fresh stuff that people would want to buy. But the weird thing with games is it's the same products forever. And you just have to hope that people will continue to want them forever.
Yep. Ryan Fitt, I would like to retract my comment. As soon as you read it I died, so never mind. Avoid drinking water ever.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Only soda from now on.
Yep.
Cthulhu 73 tips. 3 Tree Fitty. Free reliable guy. My friendly local game store owner was told the Dominion box would sell. Now he has 20 taking up space, and now he's giving them away every month to his membership owners. Yeah, I think Dominion didn't do as well as anybody thought. I wonder if it was because you can buy from Games Workshop direct or you can buy from distributors. And I bet a lot of distributors were thinking that it was going to be another Indominus, because Indominus did better than anything has ever done ever.
Yep.
And it seemed like Dominion was in a similar spot to succeed, but I just don't think Age of Sigmar is that popular.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoopsies.
Mm-hmm. Jefferson J. Thacker, a.k.a. Perryman. I used to run a friendly local game store. Successfully, it's still open. It is a hard business I wouldn't recommend. You have to stock deep, have a good selection of options that might not sell or people stop coming. Yeah, because really you only want to carry the things that move. But what is that? I mean...
Right.
You know, if you want to carry Malifaux, well, there's 50 different factions in Malifaux. Which one, you can do your best, and you just can't know everything. Like, okay, well, what are the factions that people are going to want to buy from Malifaux? Like, and I'm sure Weird can give you, like, a list of, like, their top performers, but is that going to be the top performers in your area? Maybe everybody likes Neverborn, but Weird suggests that you carry Guild. I mean, there's so many ways to just get stuck.
And that is why we're opening our new game store.
Yeah!
Games. It's gonna be really, really fun. It'll work out.
Kingdom Cast, are they not bringing back classic Warhammer Fantasy? I don't think so. I've heard this rumor for what? It's Fantasy Battles ended in 2015. So for almost 6 years, I've been hearing this rumor that they're bringing Warhammer Fantasy Battles back any day now, and I've never seen any evidence that it's actually going to happen.
Okay. Here we go. So they did talk about Warhammer the Old World on a Warhammer article, a Warhammer community article in July of this year.
Yeah, so it's right around the corner.
That's fine. We checked. First look. Let's see. Okay, so they just have like an interview with the person doing it, and square bases, same scale as normal. Ooh, when is it coming out? It's going to be quite some time yet, as we are working on making sure this is the best version of the game we all love. We will give you more updates at some point here on Warhammer Community when the time is right. Until then, employ the patience of Nagash and watch your return to the old world. The wait will be well worth it.
Boy, I am skeptical of... because... I don't know. I always have a hunch that you shouldn't listen to the fans. Because in theory, the fans of... I mean, granted, mismanagement of Warhammer Fantasy Battles also contributed to it. Just declining sales for like a decade to the point where it was a very small percentage of Games Workshop's overall business. But, I don't know. I mean, I tend to suspect it's a vocal minority of players who want Warhammer Fantasy Battles to come back, because it seems like Age of Sigmar is really jingling everybody's bells. It's a fun game, and it uses a lot of the exact same models, the exact same things, the exact same world. Catalyst Creations, fans of anything never know what they want. I mean, it's a little bit true. It's because you think I think it's kind of up to the artist's creation to just exist. Because as soon as you start listening to the fans start asking for what they think they want, not realizing that it's kind of gonna ruin the thing that it is. Just look at Star Wars. They tried to listen to the fans, but the fans were just the annoying people on YouTube. Jefferson J. Thacker, if you want to play Warhammer Fantasy, there are lots of options. Kings of War, one-page rules, the 9th Age Warhammer Armies Project, no need to wait on Games Workshop to give you permission. That is true, you could also just play 9th edition. Or any edition of Warhammer Fantasy Battles if you want.
Very true. The games don't die just because they move over to another edition.
Yeah. Catfish 1232. I want lower prices. Well, let's not get crazy now.
Yeah. Let's keep this in the realm of reality.
Yeah. Cyrano, I like how Minecraft lets fans vote on the mods they want. It always is the game-breaking ones. Yeah, video games, you see this all the time because video games, I mean, you get a new version of the same video game like every year, and so you really see like, oh, grenades were too powerful. So then the next game, they underpower grenades. But then that all of a sudden makes the rifles do a lot better. So then they nerf the rifles, but then that makes the submachine guns do better. And now there's a weird thing where if you throw the grenade with the pistol, it does a lot more damage. And all of this leads to just a complete changing of the game. Whereas in reality, the game was fine in the first place. ZNMQ tips! Can we talk about how the Age of Sigmar is set where the winds of magic came from in the old world? The cosmology is actually really neat. Age of Sigmar does seem really neat. I have read a little bit of the lore. I've read the lore in the big rule book, and I've listened to most of the book Soul Wars, which was really, really, really good. Which was mostly about the armies of Nagash and the Stormcast. But really, really solid book. I have a video planned for once I have done enough research for why the Stormcast are better Space Marines than Space Marines. Because it's a lot like they've gotten to redo Space Marines, 30 years after or I guess 20 years after their creation, because it took probably 10 years for the idea of a Space Marine to properly solidify. I mean, it probably really wasn't until 2006 with the Horus Heresy where they finally properly nailed down everything.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Fit. Opinion, Warhammer fans are dumb, loud, narcissistic, and some are toxic, except Space Marine players. We're great.
Exactly. Very, very true.
Champ Style. Jay, are you talking about Halo? Because that's pretty much exactly what happened. It seems like that's what happens with every big game that they just keep releasing a new version of constantly. As they make all the little changes that people ask for because they think that that's going to be what makes the game sell. And then all those little changes turn out to not be things that help the game.
Yeah.
Catalyst
Not good.
Mm-hmm. Catalyst Creations. If you had to pick a single 40k book to get someone reading/listening to 40k books, what would you pick? It's a little tricky. I like different books for different reasons. If you think you might like a Necron book, I would definitely read The Infinite and the Divine. If you think you would like a Orc or Adeptus Mechanicus book, I would say read Brutal Cunnin. And if you want just a generic book, I'd say probably Eisenhorn, because everybody loves Eisenhorn. There's another YouTuber named Arbiter Ian, and I would look at his channel because he has a video on which of the Horus Heresy books are the best, and he also has a video getting started with the Black Library, and he reads everything. So please go check out his video because his opinion is good.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
And speaking of being good, it's 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we already had one video out this week. We have 3 more videos coming. You gotta wait for the video tomorrow. It's gonna be very exciting. And we have another one on Friday, and then a Patreon exclusive one on Saturday. And on Friday we have our Patreon only streams where you can actually call in and chat with us. And it's always a lot of fun. It's like hanging out at the hobby store and chatting with the nerds. We also have a normal call-in stream on this Saturday, which is going to be wild as it always is, where any random person can call in. So you gotta join us for all that.
Any random person or YouTuber could call us this Saturday.
Any random person or YouTuber could call in on Saturday. Who knows? But we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central. So join us for that.
All right, everybody. Good night.